Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So I'm going to try and do another attempt at what I painted last night, except for I'm going to do an ocean theme. So I have mixed up my paints. I have marte, I'm using marte this time instead of Geraldo to see what effects I get. So I've got phthalo blue, I have turquoise, I've got cerulean blue, and this is the first time I've used this one. I've only just recently got it, deep cyan, and I've got black as my swipe color. So that is the plan. So I'm hoping to get nice cells in like an underwater colors. So we will just have to hope that this turns out, again, hope it turns out like I have it imagined in my brain. Because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So I've got no white in this one. I'm just hoping for lots of blue cells in different shades and colours. So we will go, I think I might go a lighter, a darker, a lighter and a darker. So we'll probably start off with this one, which is going to be, I think, deep cyan. So these I mixed up as all of the four blues. I used 30 grams paint, 30 grams pouring medium, which is my Elmer's clear glue 70%, water 30%, and then I added 15 grams floetrol. The black, I did a 10, 10 and a 10. 10 grams paint, 10 grams pouring medium, 10 grams floetrol. So this is slightly, it's supposed to be thinner, but this black is really not much thinner. The black is quite thick, I find, in this last batch that I have done. So we are just going to randomly put this around. I don't want it in any set order or spots. I just want it everywhere. So there's slightly a little bit more paint this time than there was last night in the last pour. So not a lot, just a tiny bit more, maybe about 20 or 30 grams. It was easier to keep the numbers even for me if I did it that way. If I tried, the numbers would have been all uneven numbers, and it's easier maths wise to just go like 30s or 25s, things like that. So now we're going to go turquoise. So just try to get some of the colours in all different parts of the canvas. So you've got a mixture of the different blues in kind of all four corners. That's your plan. You are going to tilt it, so it will kind of mix up a little bit. Now we've got phthalo blue. So make sure we get this all over. Not a lot up this end in the phthalo. And last colour is the cerulean blue, which again, try to make sure you just got a bit of it in all four areas, or kind of just randomly all over. I'm hoping this will just give me a nice assortment of oceany colours, so it kind of looks a little bit like it's underwater. Now I'm going to put these cups on this side. So I normally always do all my pours this way, but I want this canvas to be an upright canvas. So it's not going to be landscape, it's going to be portrait, I think. I'm not sure. You'll see once I start. So I'm getting gloves on just so when I tilt this I don't get paint everywhere. I still find no matter what I do I get paint all over my hands for when I go to work. So there is a good amount of paint on here. We just want to take it a little bit easy. So we want to go over the edges, but don't go too crazy about it. Kind of do it a little bit of a pace. So down this way. So I'm not getting these corners too well. So all I'm doing is rubbing my hand underneath and just dabbing some on those corners. There we go. Last corner to go. Alright, bring the paint back to the middle. So I'm just checking that I have covered all sides of the canvas. There's a couple of missing patches there. That's it, all good. So I've got a lot of solid blue in this corner, so let's just grab some of this excess paint that's dripped off the edge and just put it on there, because we haven't swiped yet, so I'm just hoping to add some other blues into this area. Alrighty, now I'm going to take my gloves off. Bit more paint there we go. So it doesn't really matter too much, but I am getting cells already. Not a lot, but I'm getting some. So I am still going to swipe this way and that way for the background. Let's hope this hasn't thickened up too much. Is that going to be in the middle? I suppose it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. Just try and do your line straight, because it's easier to swipe. Now, I need to get my paper towel ready. Got my swipe sheet, which is acetate, I think it is. I think I called it acetone last night. So just put it in the black and drag it across. Again, just put it on the black and drag it across. I'm so looking forward to my art room to be completed, so then I have a bit more space to do all this in. It should be a lot of fun, a lot more easier for me, and I can do some larger artworks that way, so I'm really looking forward to it. So not a lot of cells have come up already. I got more cells come up last time. The black could be a little bit thick, which is something I was a little bit concerned about. No, that's too wet. Hey, so much for not getting paint all over my hands. And the blue doesn't come out as easy, so I'm going to look like a smurf at work again. Oh well. It's quite funny. Most of my workmates know I'm an artist, so again, touch this down to the black and slide it across. Now last bit. Okay. So I'm just trying to wipe most of the paint off this. I've got to take this to the kitchen sink, I think, and give it a good wash. Okay, definitely didn't get as much cells, but not to worry. We will work it all out as we go. There we are. So I am going to torch it now to get rid of some of these air bubbles. Hoping I was going to get a few more cells. So I got more cells when I used the other, so it's either the black sticker or I got better cell reaction using Heraldo di Polo paint instead of mont. So now that that is done, I can move this black paint out of the way. We're still recording, yes we are. Now, this is the plan. Hopefully this works out well. I don't really know how to go about it, so I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to try and do a jellyfish. So I need to do the top part of the jellyfish up here. So I'm just going to put this card here. And I'm just going to swipe. You're going to have to forgive me if this doesn't look any good. I'm just practicing, having fun. I really want a cool jellyfish shape. I do have a tiny bit of thicker paint here. So I'm getting some cell reaction in here. Actually, do you know what? This is that marte. It's giving me those unusual cells again. So now I want to do jellyfish tentacles. So let me see how I'm going to do that. So there's still a fair bit of paint on the canvas, so I am wiping quite a bit off on the card, so your card will get soggy quite quickly. Now, I don't think jellyfish have a set amount of tentacles, so I'm just going to go until I kind of feel comfortable. And knowing me, I may overdo it, so I'm going to do my best to try and not overdo it. I do kind of want this area here to be a little bit more... Oh, I just put my knuckle right there. That's okay. I can do a small tentacle off to the side like that. That's one good thing about swiping. You can sometimes swipe your mistakes off. Hopefully. So what I was hoping for was more cell action around the edges with the jellyfish kind of within the bubbles, but it hasn't really turned out. I didn't get as many cells as I was wanting, but I'm getting nice cells in the actual jellyfish itself. I just got to be careful I don't do anything to make it too messed up. How is that looking? Because I do want to be careful I don't overdo this guy. I don't know if I'm improving that or not. I just wanted to make the tentacle look like it came from the base and not from too high up. If I knew how to balloon kiss, I actually would have made the jellyfish out of a balloon kiss, but I can never seem to get balloon kisses right. And it looks like I have stuck my finger in there somewhere again. I might not have. Let's see if we can swipe that away. There we go, see? Swiping, you can erase little obstacles that you kind of may have made. I'm liking this. I really don't think I want to mess with it too much more. I don't want to make it look like it's a jellyfish that has way too many tentacles. I do think that I probably could have had the head a little bit more rounded, but it's not too bad. I believe if I try to reshape that, I'm going to make a mess of it, so I'm not going to. So, the tentacles have got really cool lacing going on in them. I'm really liking using glue and floetrol together. I'm liking the effects that I'm getting from it. I think the only thing that I would have been a bit more happier with is probably just that main head. I really think a balloon kiss would have been much better. I'm going to have to practice balloon kissing, I think, because I believe that would have just given me more of a rounded shape that I could work the tentacles from. So, I believe I may have to just call this a day. I was hoping for more cells up here, like ocean bubbles. So I'm going to try different paints again. I'll go back to the Iraldo, and if I do get better cells and lacing or cells in the swipe, then I'll continue to use that and stay away from the marte for this style. So pick your paints sometimes. If you do this and you don't get the same effects, try a different brand and see how that works. But I have a feeling I'm going to have to call this jellyfish done. I do want to do something here, but I don't at the same time. Yeah, that made a slight difference, but I don't want to make too much more of a mess. I think I'm just going to give it a torch again to see if I do get any other cells pop up. No, not really. Okay, so I'm going to call this completed. So it's a bit hard for you guys to probably see as, yeah, kind of, I don't know how the camera goes when I turn the camera sideways, whether you actually see it, but ultimately I want the artwork to be this way. So that's the top, that's the bottom, jellyfish head at the top, arms coming down. I think that looks quite good. So let's pause it and bring you down for some close-ups. Okay, so there we go. Let's go down and see some of these cells. So these are more like fractal cells. See how they're really unusual shaped? This is what I get when I use the Mont black. I don't get that when I use the Iraldo di Polo, but I get them going down through the arms or the tentacles. Then it washes out to the end. But see how I got really cool lacing going on in some of these tentacles. I've tried to have them overlapping, so it's like a real jellyfish in the ocean with its arms going everywhere, catching what it can. In Australia we've got what we call blue bottles, which sting quite badly. So this often reminds me of a blue bottle. But yeah, what do you guys think? In the new type of swiping pictures I'm trying, I'm not the best at drawing or actually doing things that look like things, so I'm trying my best. I'm quite happy with this. It's different, but I'm definitely going to try it again going back to the Iraldo di Polo paint and see whether I get more of that cell action going on throughout the background, because that was really cool. Everyone seemed to like it, and that's what I like too. So this is my jellyfish. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Try different things yourselves, show me what you've done, and yeah, have a great night everyone. So like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you very much everyone. Have a great night. See you later.